Well, well, well. Finally could make a bird video. It's been brutal the past 3 weeks. So cold up here you couldn't even imagine. This is the first day the birds have been out in 3.5 weeks. It's just above the freezing temperature. So actually feels really nice. But boy, yesterday morning was minus 35. 35.7 actually on our thermometer. And that was the last. We had 10 days straight. 30 to 40 below every night. Actually 35 to 40 below, even 40, 41 I've seen. And then 20 to 25 below in the day. And then before that, the 10 days before that, it was 20 to 30 below at night. And about 18 to 25 below, so in the day. So you get an idea what we went through here. But I thought it's time to do a bird video because I know you want to see the birds and know how they're doing, and they were good in the house, like they had no problem. They were warm. We really went through firewood in that time, like probably a cord of wood in the past 3.5 weeks. But now it's finally broke the weather, and hopefully we can do some more videos of the birds now. Because just wasn't any reason to film. It was just too brutal cold. Didn't feel like filming in the house, so just was trying to stay warm. Some people have said, like before, how can you stand it up there? Like, how could you live in a temperature like that? Well, it's not always like that, even though it felt like it for 3 weeks. But it's not always like that, and we're pretty hardy people up here, you know. We don't just pack it in when it gets cold and leave, so we moved here for a reason. We love it. We love the privacy and the space we have, and yeah, you're gonna get some bad weather, you know, but I heard bad weather was everywhere. All over the place. So you get your share of things everywhere, you know. It's not perfect anywhere, but now hopefully we can enjoy some nice weather and the birds can get out and get some air. That's Spice. Cherry's glad to be out again. He's barking his orders to somebody, or announcing himself. Yeah, there's no way we would keep him outside. Even if we had an aviary with a roof and there was shelter, there'd have to be heat. Like you'd have to have a heater in there, and you got to make sure that heater's going, because why would you leave a bird outside minus 40 and when they're not used to it? But there are wild birds around here. The other morning I came out, it was I think it was minus 35 something, and I went out and songbirds in the area were singing and tweeting, and I thought, wow, they're tough, you know. Tough birds. Like, that's the way it is up here. The birds that are here in the winter, they got to deal with it. But these birds are, 4 of them are imprinted, and the other one on the left there, that's Cherry. He cannot fly. Some of you know that. So we have to look after him and do what's best for him. We're not going to leave him out here. He's got to come in the house too. So they're all right being in the house. Like, they could feel the chill. They're by the door, so they wouldn't want to even think about going out. And the wild birds, they hunker down, and somehow the wild birds and animals get through it. I'm sure some weaker ones, like all animals, don't make it, but the strong ones survive, and the healthy ones, right? And it continues on. Other night we were in the house just doing house chores and enjoying the fireplace in there. And one of the birds was freaking out. I think it was Peach. He was screeching, and I thought, is the cat bothering or the dog? And the cat doesn't really bother, but unless he's trying to get some, he's scratching around in there. But he wasn't. The cat was sleeping in the living room. He's where the heat was. So I went to the window and I thought, what did they see? And I saw a fox outside the window. And again, it was like minus 34. And the fox was crawling around out there. I mean, they live outside, right? It's not like it's that surprising. But we haven't seen anything for a long time, especially in the cold. We haven't heard no coyotes. We haven't seen no tracks, like nothing. And then I saw a fox by the window, and actually I went outside and I shooed him away. And he was bold. He was looking right at me, like, "Yeah, what do you want? You got some food for me?" And I just yelled and chased him. He took off, and I didn't let the pup out because I didn't want the dog to chase the fox. The fox is looking for food. And we don't keep no food around. Like, we don't do that. We're not going to draw any animals to the property. Some people say, why don't you put some feed out there and like bring the deer, and you get all kinds of animals coming to your yard then and stuff, and we're not going to do that. So, but we've seen a lot of rabbit tracks. And then I saw him run into, the next day again, he went by the house in the day, we were inside, and he ran into our forest trail, and he's probably looking for a rabbit. Because we've seen a lot of rabbits hopping around, even in the cold, so there's tracks all over here. So he probably was looking for a meal. But these birds, they're well fed and everything. We look after them and we protect them. Like a fox would, I'm sure a fox would take one if it had the chance. So we got to look after them the best we can, and there's predators all over, so, but everybody's got to eat. It hasn't snowed much in here since you've seen last video. So it's 3 weeks ago that you saw a video I did. I made the video, you know, earlier in the week, and put it out at the end of January. That day was pretty nice, but after that it just got worse and worse and worse, and finally now a break. They're listening. Yeah, a little bit of dusting of snow has come, but since it's so cold like that, you're not really going to get any storms. And there was a lot of stars in the sky at night. Like, it was just incredible, but you couldn't stand outside very long because it was just go out with the dog and go for a quick stroll so she can do her business and get firewood for the green room behind the house and get back in the house. Couldn't really enjoy anything. Like, when it's like that, you still got to live, but it's not like you're going outside to have any fun, you know. Pie. There's Pie. Pie finally gets outside. Yeah. Yeah, just above freezing today. Yesterday morning it was 35, I think it was 35.7. Got to start all my cars and everything. I got a car outside. I take the battery out. I don't leave it in because it would freeze. And the quad hasn't been run for 5 weeks. I'm going to run that too because I don't like to just keep it sitting there all winter. I want to at least run it around the yard. Right? We won't be able to take it on our quad trail we have. It's all snowed in there pretty well. But we can maybe go on the road or something. So I'll let you guys go for now. Give a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And if we can do some more coming up, we will. If it gets cold again, well, yeah, we'll just have to wait it out.